Hello, teacher friends. Welcome back to the UX Teacher Prep Podcast. I'm your host, Coach Z, and I'm so glad you're here. Whether this is your first time listening or you've been rocking with me since Season 1, Episode 1, thank you, truly. Before we dive into today's episode, I just want to pause and say how grateful I am. This community, the teachers, the career changers, the researchers, the creatives, you've made this podcast a joy to create. Every DM, every email, LinkedIn message reminds me that this work matters. So thank you for being on this journey with me. For those of you who are newer here, a quick recap. I started my career as a classroom teacher, and I loved it. The connection, the impact, the kids. But like many of you, I knew I wanted to grow in new ways. And that led me into the world of UX research, where I've been using my skills to inform the design of better digital learning experiences in EdTech. I started this podcast because I wanted to help other educators make that transition too, to show what's possible when we take our transferable skills into new spaces. Today's episode is a little bit different. It's personal, it's reflective, and it's about a full circle moment I didn't see coming. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the UX Teacher Prep Podcast, the ultimate destination for educators who aspire to break into the field of user experience and product design. Your host, Z Arnold, a 15-year teacher turned UX researcher, is here to guide, coach, and mentor you through every twist and turn as you make your career transition into tech. If you're ready for a more satisfying career and lifestyle, and you want the balance to unleash your creativity, this podcast is for you. Now for the show.
Over the past few months, something's been stirring in me and in my spiritual life. A quiet nudge, a reminder, and I'll be real with you, it wasn't part of my 5-year plan, but it was part of God's plan. I've been called to serve youth again, not in the classroom this time, but in my local community. An opportunity opened up for me to mentor and lead programs for teens, and it was one of those moments where I felt God saying, "This is yours, go." It didn't come to me right away, and I prayed about it for quite some time, but I finally got that yes. Now let me be super clear. I'm not leaving UX. I'm still fully committed to my role as a senior UX researcher. That has not changed. But what has changed is that I'm also stepping into a part-time purpose. Outside of work hours, I'll be pouring into young people again. I am so excited. I'll be mentoring, listening, building programs that help young people thrive. And it feels like a return, but it also feels like an expansion. For a while, I wrestled with this idea of, is this a pivot? Am I going backwards? But the more I sat with it, prayed on it, the more I realized that this is not a step back, it's a step forward. I'm not returning to my old role as a teacher in the classroom. I'm stepping into a new one that blends all of who I've been and who I'm becoming. Because I've grown so much through UX. The skills, the mindset, the way I see problems, and the way I see design solutions. All of that is coming with me into this new chapter, and I am so excited. One of the most beautiful things about this transition is how much overlap I found between UX and youth work. Let me break it down for you. First, empathy. In UX, we spend a lot of time trying to understand users, their pain points, their goals, their unmet needs. And working with youth is the same thing. I'm listening for what they're not saying. I'm asking, what's really going on here? Next is synthesis. As researchers, we take messy data and find clarity. In youth work, that means designing better support systems, better programs. It's not just vibes with the youth. It's structure, it's insight, it's strategy. Listening. One of the most healing things we can offer someone is to truly listen. And teenagers, they really need to feel seen and heard. My user interviews taught me how to listen without an agenda, and that skill is gold in mentorship. And strategy. Just like in UX, I'm setting up systems. I'm thinking long-term. And strategy. How do we measure impact? How do we create consistency? How do we build out this youth program? These are UX questions and youth ministry questions too. So if you're wondering, what do these tech skills have to do with purpose? Everything. UX and UX research They're toolkits, and they're versatile. You'd be surprised how many places it can take you to. So if you're listening to this and you're feeling like your journey is starting to veer off the traditional path, I want you to hear me. That's not a detour. That's direction. Your path does not have to look like everyone else's. It doesn't have to look like mine. And of course, it doesn't have to be linear. You might go from teaching to tech to nonprofit to entrepreneurship. You might blend your passions in ways no one else has ever modeled. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Your skills are so much more transferable than you think. Every pivot can be aligned with purpose. So trust the nudge, follow the spark, and know that if something's calling you, even if it's unconventional, it might just be the start of your next chapter. Before I close out today's episode, I want to share one more update. This is going to be the last episode for a little while. It's the end of season 2. I'm taking a break from the podcast to give this new role the time and space that it needs. God has placed it on my heart to pour back into youth, specifically young girls in the community. So I'm answering that call, taking on a volunteer role to serve and support the next generation. What I love is that I get to bring my UX research skills and my teaching skills with me. The way we listen, the way we ask good questions, look for patterns, and design thoughtful experiences. All of that translates directly to working with youth. I get to use the same mindset to serve in a way that feels deeply personal and meaningful. So as this season comes to a close, I want to pause and reflect on how far we've come with UX Teacher Prep. From teachers wondering what's next to confidently stepping into new careers in UX research, careers in project management and product management, and so many other careers. It's been such a joy to walk this road with you all. And while I break from the podcast to focus on this new chapter, I hope that you all will stay connected. Follow UX Teacher Prep on LinkedIn. Subscribe to the newsletter on the UX Teacher Prep website. And if and when the time is right, I'll be back with more stories and resources to support you through your journey. I want to leave you with this. Keep building, keep listening, and keep believing that your skills can take you anywhere purpose leads you. Thank you all again for trusting me to guide you in your journey. And once again, I am so excited about this new beginning. Take care and be well.
Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this podcast, hit follow and scroll down to leave a 5-star rating. Then share it with a friend. If you're looking for resources to help you on your tech transition journey, head over to uxteacherprep.com. Follow us on LinkedIn and Instagram at UX Teacher Prep for daily tips and motivation. Have a topic you'd like to hear addressed on the show? Send us a DM on Instagram. If you're listening on YouTube, like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, be well.